the question is tonight, who mutilated the Constitution? Who changed the preamble? Who infiltrated words that did not exist in the preamble, in the Constitution, drafted by Baba Saheb Ambedkar many, many years after he died? Who ruined the spirit of the Constitution? Who brought in words which were not meant to be there? Ladies and gentlemen, we were simply the people of India who had solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign democratic republic. That's all you need. We need to be sovereign, we need to be democratic. Where did socialism come from? Was it under foreign influence or foreign pressure? The nation needs to know. Who brought in the word secular? Why the word secular? What is this call for? Secularism. If you think that bringing in the word secular was important, did the Vadra Gandhi family think that Baba Saheb Ambedkar did not have an idea of what is important and not important? Because Baba Saheb Ambedkar did not, ladies and gentlemen, include the word secular. And I'm not making this up. There is a before and after of the Constitution of India. This, in my left hand, is a copy of the before, the original Constitution of India. In the original Constitution of India, the original preamble of India, the word secular does not exist. The word socialist does not exist. Now, ladies and gentlemen, was there some compromise made? I'm not saying this after reading the Mitrokin archives alone. But you may want to read the Mitrokin archives to see whether it was under any foreign influence that the Vadra Gandhi family introduced, specifically Indira Gandhi, introduced the word secular into the preamble, thereby completely mutilating the original preamble of the Constitution. What grave disrespect that was to Baba Saheb Ambedkar, who, as we all know, Nehru hated and who had a fundamental issue with Gandhi himself. Ladies and gentlemen, where is the word socialist? In the original Constitution, it does not exist. It was incorporated, or rather should I say infiltrated, through the 42nd Amendment, an event so significant that it began to be known as a mini constitution. And under what circumstances were these mutilations made in the form of amendments? During the emergency, when the entire opposition was inside jail, when the Congress party had destroyed India's democracy, destroyed India's constitution, thrown the opposition completely in jail, suspended fundamental rights in the country, almost put the judiciary of the country under complete and absolute harness. At that time, they thought, we need to distract attention. And Sudhanshu Trivedi, on my Hindi program Puchta Hai Bharat earlier, made a very important point. He said, where is the question of minority if we are a secular country? If you are a secular country, nobody is a minority, nobody is a majority. It's only in Pakistan that you would have a minority Hindu population and a majority Muslim population. So the very word secularism is antithetical, ladies and gentlemen, to the idea of a minority or majority, because if you are truly a secular country, there is no minority and majority. You can't have both. You can't say we are a secular country and then define Muslims as minority. You are doing a double disservice. You are doing vote bank politics. You are doing the deliberate and sustained and evil politics of political isolation. Ladies and gentlemen, these are clear questions. And where was there secularism? I ask you tonight, where was there secularism? In the name of secularism, they want to enjoy the luxury of acts like the Places of Worship Act, which calls for the maintenance of the religious character of any place of worship as it existed on the 15th of August 1947. And before the Lok Sabha polls, in the name of secularism, Salman Khurshid, Congress party leader's niece, tries to provoke Muslims, says, हम सिर्फ वोटों के जिहाद से इस संघी सरकार को भगाने का काम कर सकते हैं. वोटों के जिहाद. The Congress party supports voto ke jihad. Was there a single word on an alphabet uttered by any member of the Vadra Gandhi family when their party leaders on the campaign trail spoke about voto ke jihad? Not voto ka ran, not a war, but a jihad. They have to specify jihad. They have to bring in a certain specific Muslim phraseology to attract a Muslim vote bank. And then they talk. Ladies and gentlemen, about secularism. In the name of secularism, they shout about CA. They won't mention the 3 to 5 crore Bangladeshi infiltrators, primarily all Muslim, who have entered the country. In the name of secularism, ladies and gentlemen, they want to engulf the entire nation into a Waqf board. They are silent in the name of secularism when Kashmiri Pandits are told to either convert or leave. In the name of secularism, Tawqir Raza plans a mass conversion event and he is supported by the Congress party. In the name of secularism, they compare the Ram temple consecration to a Nach Gana event and they question the existence of Bhagwan Shri Ram. In the name of secularism, Waris Pathan says that 15 crore Muslims can dominate 100 crore Hindus. In the name of secularism, Asaduddin Owaisi threatens Hindus and asks who will protect them when Yogi and Modi are no longer in power. What is their secularism? What kind of secularism is this? Ladies and gentlemen, until the 1980s, when India's economic growth is 3 to 4%, they call it the Hindu rate of growth. Any pejorative term, any pejorative inference, any pejorative reference has to be associated with Hinduism because they hate Hinduism. In the name of socialism, ladies and gentlemen, Garibi Hatao is just a jumla because 363 million people were still living in poverty in 2011 after so many years of Congress party rule. And they talk about jumla. India's employment rate slipped to just 38.6% in 2011. 48% of Indians did not have access to proper sanitation, and they call this socialism. It was not socialism, it was a sellout, I believe, to a foreign country. In the name of secularism, ladies and gentlemen, this family, the Vadra Gandhi family carried out a mass sterilization program which left 6.2 million Indian men forcibly sterilized. Sanjay Gandhi's Nasbandi scheme. Nasbandi, now they want to show the constitution. Where in the constitution, Rahul Gandhi, is it said that you can drag free men from their house and sterilize them? Priyanka, can you dare to face me on that? On why 1,10,806 people were illegally detained under the MISA, Maintenance of Internal Security Act? An act so powerful that Lalu even named his daughter after MISA because he could not forget the horrors of MISA, and yet, of course, he's a Congress party acolyte now. What is the spirit of the Constitution argument, ladies and gentlemen? 140,000 individuals, namely journalists, political adversaries, activists, writers, ordinary citizens, were arbitrarily arrested. And till today, ladies and gentlemen, Rahul and Priyanka don't come and say what our grandmother did was terrible, dictatorial. The day they say that, things will change, but they won't. Because this is their political arrogance. So I request all of you tonight to please carry 2 constitution copies with you. The preamble, the original one of Babasaheb Ambedkar, and the mutilated one of Indira Gandhi. And I ask you tonight, all fellow Indians, which one do you support? I, for one, am proud to say, I support the original preamble of the original Constitution of India. Please share this video with everyone. I support the original preamble of the original Constitution of India. Ladies and gentlemen, do you? I'm sure you do.